Right now in 10 News this morning, a head-on crash on the 5 freeway leaves one person dead, the second wrong-way crash in just 2 days.
Dangerous heat in store for your Saturday. Several advisories in effect. We're tracking just how hot it's going to get.
A man is being called an angel. We'll tell you how he jumped in to save a woman from this disaster. 10 News this morning starts right now.
Live from the Scripps Studios, this is 10 News.
And welcome back. Good morning to you on this Saturday. We're on top of all the news you need to start your day. I'm Jim Patton.
I'm Mary McKenzie. We're so glad you are here. Grab another cup of coffee. We're going to start this half hour once again with weather. Maybe it should be an iced coffee, right, Melissa?
Oh yeah, definitely an iced coffee. Doesn't this water look inviting?
Yeah.
It does.
Oh,
We just had a boat go by. It was really fun to watch it. But
yeah, you know, and being on a boat, maybe not too bad today because of the heat we're going to expect. I want to show you a live picture here from Oceanside, and you can see some people there already setting up shop, getting ready for the heat that we are going to be seeing today. Right now, current conditions outside. If we can go ahead and pull that up, there we go. We are in the 72 degrees, and we are also watching, I mentioned the heat, but not only that, a beach hazard statement that's going to kick in starting at 11 o'clock this morning. Hour by hour, you can see just how warm we're going to get. Along the coast, we will hit the lower 80s, and our inland communities, of course, much hotter. We will be at 94 degrees by 4 o'clock this afternoon. Now, we've been talking about the heat and the warnings there at the beach. That's where we find Jessica Chen. She's live at Mission Beach. Good morning, Jessica.
Good morning, that's right. And the beach here, it is starting to get crowded. People coming to the beach, setting up some of their beach tents. And we also see, we've been seeing a lot of people run along the boardwalk as well as ride their bikes. But right now I'm joined by Linda and Jay. Good morning.
Good morning.
And you guys have been walking along the boardwalk here for the last 30 minutes or so. Yeah. Why come out this early?
And the beach, actually. It's so that we can bring our dogs because they're only allowed on the beach and the boardwalk till 9 a.m. So they love to get their time in the sand and meet all their friends, and that's what we enjoy. So it's an early morning start for us.
That's right, and we know it's going to be pretty warm later on today. What are you guys doing to stay cool?
We'll come to the beach actually to stay cool. We really enjoy going into the water. We'll be real careful putting on the appropriate amount of sunscreen, the appropriate number for the day.
Yeah, we're actually looking forward. Our daughter and son-in-law are coming over, and we're going to spend the day at the beach. So the dogs will hang out in the cool house, and we'll hang out at the beach for the day and head in the water if we get warm. But
right,
it's great.
That sounds great. Stay cool.
Yeah, it's great. It's wonderful living at the beach because it's like 10 degrees cooler than every place else. So we get a nice breeze and stay pretty cool all day. So it's great.
Yeah, again, stay cool and make sure you get in the water so you don't get too hot. Like as you heard Linda and Jay said, they're one of the many people who are expected to come out onto the beach. We're here in Pacific Beach. And again, if you're going to be outside, whether you're on the beach or inland, just make sure to drink lots of water. In Pacific Beach, Jessica Chen, 10 News.
Jessica, is there any breeze to speak of out there?
I know, it didn't really look like it.
Yeah. Well, despite the heat, SDG&E says there should be plenty of electricity this summer. SDG&E says it's added 4 machines to the power grid this year to make it more stable and reliable.
And if you're looking to save money on your bill this summer and on a week like this, you sure could. The power company recommends you set your thermostat at 78 and also recommends you run your dishwasher and your washing machine early in the morning or late at night. And by the way, you can always track the weather right down to your neighborhood on our 10 News mobile app. To download it, just search 10 News in the App Store. Breaking overnight, the 5 freeway shut down for a second night in a row because of a deadly head-on crash. Just after midnight, a wrong-way driver crashed into a tow truck going northbound on I-5 in National City. This was right near the 28th Street exit. Fire crews got there, finding both vehicles on fire, and after getting the fire out, one person was found dead inside the car. The other driver was on a nearby hillside suffering from severe burns. The freeway has since reopened this morning.
Yeah, and that wrong-way collision coming just one day after this similar incident on the 5 freeway in Oceanside near the Mission Avenue overpass. In this case, both drivers were killed instantly when they went head-on at freeway speeds. The impact so intense that investigators were having trouble determining which vehicle had been driving in the wrong direction. Investigators believe at least one of the drivers was impaired by alcohol or some other type of drug. I was reporting on this scene yesterday morning, And you can see the damage there to the vehicles. The impact points on both of these vehicles was on the driver's side. And you can imagine it was believed they were both up at freeway speed, and the impact,
they were each going maybe
incredible.
75 miles an hour, so that
Well,
means...
I don't want to say they were over it, but at freeway speed limits are 65, and imagine even at that, it's 65 miles an hour in each direction, and there you go.
Both cars were in really bad shape, the same from overnight last night. Wow.
An angel in disguise, that's how a grandmother is describing the man who jumped into a pool to rescue her from a sinking car.
Must have been really scary. Gabriel Mejia says he leapt into action at the first sign of trouble. The truck started rolling down a driveway and ended up plowing through the neighbor's fence and into this pool. The couple had just taken their grandkids out of the truck, but Grandma was still in the passenger seat. And Gabriel, thankfully, was working nearby. He immediately jumped in to help. He made a hole in the glass in order to pull the woman out. Look at that picture.
He said me, "Hey, what's your name?" Gabriel. "Oh, Gabriel, thank you so much." She said, "Hey, you is my angel."
Angel Gabriel. The woman did have some cuts. She went to the hospital, but she's going to be okay.
Incredible pictures. New this morning, it's been a busy past few days for President Trump, meeting with world leaders at the G20 summit. But it's his meeting with Vladimir Putin that is making headlines. ABC's Cecilia Vega has more details on their hours-long conversation.
This morning, President Trump is back to meeting with world leaders at the G20 summit, sitting side by side with Britain's Theresa May.
Prime Minister May and I have developed a very special relationship, and I think trade will be a very big factor between our two countries. So I want to thank you very much.
Later this morning, he'll meet with China's Xi Jinping, another crucial sit-down that comes amid heightened tensions with North Korea and the president's growing frustration with China's unwillingness to take a harder line with Pyongyang. But even the president himself is among those still talking about yesterday's high-stakes face-to-face with Russia's Vladimir Putin.
Rex and I had a tremendous meeting yesterday with President Putin.
Secretary of State Rex Tillerson was in that room, saying the two men connected quickly and had positive chemistry. The cameras allowed in to see President Trump reach out for a handshake. There was smiling, small talk, and before they got down to business, even a back pat.
We look forward to a lot of very positive things happening for Russia, for the United States. It's an honor to be with you.
Putin returning the compliment, saying he too was pleased to meet President Trump for the first time. Later, First Lady Melania Trump also seen smiling and chatting with Putin, seated right next to him at dinner. Behind closed doors, the White House says it was President Trump who pressed the issue of Russia's election meddling. But what happened next, each side tells a different story. Tillerson says Putin denied Russia's involvement and the president stopped pressing.
The president at this point, he pressed him and then, felt like at this point, let's talk about how do we go forward.
The Russians say President Trump heard Putin's denial and, quote, accepted it. The White House says that is not the case. Asked for his version of the story this morning,
Mr. President, did the Russians lie about your meeting yesterday?
From President Trump, no comment.
This morning here, this picture raising a lot of eyebrows. It shows Ivanka Trump sitting next to the president of China and Prime Minister of the UK, Theresa May. Now, this picture here, first tweeted by Svetlana Lukash. She's from Russia. The photo shows the president's daughter sitting in her father's seat during an official G20 event. German Chancellor Angela Merkel, she shared some reaction about this. She said that Ivanka works at the White House and is engaged in certain initiatives. Of course, this just came out here within the last couple hours, so guaranteed, Mary, this is not going to be the last that we're going to hear of it today.
Yes, Twitter is on fire about that one, Mel. Thank you. Happening now, too, a brush fire. It continues to spread out of control. This is up north. Look at the smoke cloud. You can see it here, and the flames, of course, over this ridge line. It's moving pretty quickly, jumping from 250 acres to more than 3,000 in a matter of just a few hours. Now, that's the Alamo fire burning in both Santa Barbara and San Luis Obispo counties. Some of the areas there, they're under mandatory evacuations. The fire just 10% contained. Now take a look at this one. This is further north in Butte County, and that wildfire is creating a devastating situation. Already 10 homes have been destroyed. 6 people have been injured. The wildfire, we've all heard about this one at this point. It's spread to 1,000 acres. There are 200 homes under evacuation orders or warnings. Some of those people say they know that they will most likely lose their homes. Imagine that. Fire officials say some of the injured people have burns because they waited until the last minute to evacuate.
San Diego Pride Parade is just 1 week away, but there is concern protesters will try to shut it down. San Diego police say they are aware of the plans. Last month, Washington, D.C.'s Pride Parade had to be rerouted when dozens of Black Lives Matter and trans activists blocked the roads. San Diego police say they are prepared for the protests, and they have other security measures in place.
WeatherRate certified San Diego's most accurate forecast. This is 10 News Pinpoint Weather. For great rates and a better banking experience, visit missionfed.com today.
I didn't realize in watching Jessica's story the dogs have to be walked before 9 a.m. they said?
You know, I didn't know that either. So
Yeah.
that was something new I learned this morning.
That's why I was taking notes. Can you walk the dog? I don't even have a dog. I was taking notes. Walk the
You can
dog
walk
before
my
9 a.m.
dogs. I have two.
No dogs after 9 a.m. I know our dogs probably don't get walked as much because we have the little kids now.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. You know, I promise I'll get the walks in maybe later on today, but not this afternoon because it's going to be really, really hot. I do want to show you this though. Doesn't it look like a postcard? This is Del Mar. Gorgeous shot here of Del Mar at 8:40 in the morning, and the beach going to be very popular today because many people want to beat that heat. It is going to be a scorcher in some areas. Already here, Borrego Springs 104 degrees, Julian at 81, Poway 82. Along the coast, we are in the mid 70s, 75 in Oceanside, and in the South Bay Chula Vista, you are at 73 degrees. Now we do have this high pressure system sitting over Utah that's continuing our hot weather. We also have moisture that's bringing in a chance of thunderstorms. So we are going to be watching for that. That is for our mountain communities. We do have that excessive heat warning in place until 9 o'clock tonight. So it's going to be very hot there in the deserts. Heat advisory for our inland valleys and our mountain communities. So we could see triple-digit temperatures in some of those areas as well. Forecast highs: Palomar Mountain in the lower 90s, El Cajon 95, Coronado you will be in the upper 70s, and you'll hit the 80s both in Carlsbad and in Oceanside. So our 7-day forecast here shows that we are going to be in the lower 80s along the coast, and then come midweek we will cool it on down to the mid 70s. I know some people looking forward to that. Our inland communities about 96 degrees for today, and then a 10-degree difference once we hit Tuesday and Wednesday. The mountain areas, we are watching for those thunderstorms and the possibility of dry lightning. The deserts, they're 114. Pretty much going to stay though in the triple digits for the rest of the week.
But out here in San Diego, it should cool off, you say, in the next couple of days.
Yeah, so we are going to start to see a cool down. We just got to get through this heat first.
All right.